Welcome to the Pink Parley. It's your fine ass host Molly, and welcome to the show. So, you guys, Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays of the year. And why? Because I love to have sex. So I just feel like Valentine's Day is a day where everyone should be fucking. So if you grown or whatnot and you was fucking, that's what's up. And not only that, I lost my virginity on Valentine's Day. So I don't know if that means something to me or really touches home in my heart, but I love Valentine's Day. But this Valentine's Day was a little different for me. Usually I'm very much even in sex work, I'm very on a whim. If it's not with my high-end clients or something like that, because I'll spend Valentine's Day if it's worth the right bag with a client. But if it's not a client, I typically will try to maybe go on a whim and just have a Valentine's Day getaway with whatever guy friend or whatever I have in my life. So yeah, but this year was different. I was kind of you know what? I thought about it and I was of course I can have a guy with me and all that stuff, but I don't want to be bothered. I don't know. I'm in a point in my life where I've found my path and I'm so focused and I'm so determined and I just don't even want to be bothered with a man's company right now, So I went to San Francisco and everything, and I had a very chill day. I had dim sum for lunch and I went to this nice Asian fusion restaurant for dinner, and it was really good. And yes, it was by myself. I had this beautiful room with overlooking the whole view of San Francisco. It was nice. I got to do my work and blog while looking at that beautiful view. So for me, it was everything, and I was happy. My sign is coming, so that was a Valentine's Day gift to me in itself. I mean, the Pink Parley is my whole world right now, besides my son. So I mean, yeah, so that was the most valuable gift to me. So yes, I've been ordering things for that. So the studio is coming along piece by piece, but it is coming together. Also, I did a couple Valentine's Day shoots, so I want to show y'all all the photos from the Valentine's Day shoot. Oh my God. I think these are some of my best photo shoots. I feel I've been shooting Valentine's Day shoots for a little bit over a few years now, but I think these photos were just so amazing. And again, shout out to Sunlit Media for taking these beautiful photos. And of course, my girl at Ava.nc and for just, bringing my vision together. So enough about my Valentine's Day, though. How was y'all Valentine's Day? And did y'all book a hotel room? And be honest, did y'all have good hotel etiquette? On today's parlay, I will be explaining how I treat all my chain hotels with dignity and respect with proper hotel etiquette. So, roll up if you smoke, sip your drink if you drink, and if you gotta be sober, then just listen to this realness I'm finna give y'all, okay? So yeah, as y'all know, y'all host is a little hoe, okay? And that's no surprise to y'all since being an escort. I will say that I feel that my situations typically go smooth in the hotel rooms I work out of because I have good hotel etiquette. And I think the reason why I have good hotel etiquette is because hotels are third-party investors in just the whole sex work life and the business, right? They're literally our third-party business partners, and we really need their business, so I make sure that I'm bringing them good business, because I know I'm probably doing illegal ass shit low-key for the most part, but I at least make sure I'm keeping it very low-key to a point where they might not even know of anything that I got going on. So yeah, they're third-party investors in the business, so it's important to me that these people want to do more business with me so I can keep coming back and so that I can keep running up the stacks, right, you guys? And I appreciate the fuck out of every hotel chain for letting me do business there. And yes, I would just like to thank the hotels for giving me a safe and clean and discreet place for me to conduct business out of. Out of this list of hotels, I have been to 34 of the 39 hotels that is listed right here on this image, with some of my favorites being Holiday Inns, Hiltons, and Best Westerns. And an honorable mention to the Sinestas. They're more of a newer hotel chain, but I noticed that they've been kind of like taking over some shit. And yeah, I've been fucking with them. So those are some of my favorite ones. I just say they're my favorites because I don't know. Maybe they're just clean. Maybe because of their location. Maybe because they just make me feel welcome every time I come there. I don't know. But the customer service is always good. And yeah, I'm always happy with their service for the most part. And I'm not saying that these hotels support my sex work at all. Like, if anything, they don't support my sex work in any way. However, I'm so discreet with how I walk into the hotel that like they don't even probably even think that I'm a hoe. So what is proper hotel etiquette? Proper hotel etiquette is, like I said before, making sure you're in appropriate attire. And I can't emphasize this enough. Like, when you come into a hotel and you looking like you a problem, like, trust me, them folks will try to give you problems at the front desk. Them front desk staff like to be funny and do funny shit. And I feel like they have a whole little setup for how they can be funny. So yeah, like they see that you look like you about to hoe or something. They don't give you a fucked up ass room way up by the front desk or under a camera, or, you know, like they do shit like that. So, and I've noticed, like, if I dress like in different attire, or sometimes I'll be fresh from the outfit, so I'll be in real estate attire. As y'all know, I do a little bit of everything, and my sex work included. So, you know, sometimes I'll really be throwing them off with that type of shit, and they treat me so much better when I'm dressed in professional attire versus me just dressed looking like a Fashion Nova thought, like, you know. So definitely keep your attire in check. Yeah, it's not a good look when you coming up in these hotels looking like a fucking hoe. Like, stop doing that. It's such a bad look. It attracts so much attention on you. Like, to me, that's just fucking crazy. And then, yeah, this is just a side note, but make sure y'all have the fucking money for the deposit. Like, yes, you have to pay for the room, but then there's also a little hold that you have to have on a card, on a legit, like, debit card or credit card. It can't be, like, one of those Cash App, bullshit, PayPal, whatever cards that, you know, like, just make sure you have your shit in order when you checking into a hotel. Because if you don't have all them proper documents and shit like that, well, then you might have to take your ass to, like, a real rinky-dinky ass motel or something. Because from what I know and experience, pretty much all hotels is requiring for you to have that deposit. So yeah, just a side note. I've seen people, you'll be surprised at how many people throw a fit because they don't have the fucking deposit for the room. Like, they have the money for the room, but not the deposit. And it's really not worth embarrassing yourself, especially if you coming in for sex work. Like, that is so embarrassing. And there's a lot of hoes out there. That's why I bring this shit up. Like, for real. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just like, damn, you know? And yes, another thing, following the guest policy. Now, most hotels are very strict on their guest policy, and they typically only allow a maximum of 2 guests per room. So it's good to just ask the front desk. Some hotels are really, really serious about this, while others are not. But yeah, if you are coming especially to work, like, stop overpacking the rooms with a bunch of hoes and pimps and bringing all that in one room. And a lot of, like, when y'all do all that shit, it just brings more attention onto you. Now the hotel staff gonna trip on you because it's like, okay, you got way too many people in the room. You're doing too fucking much. You're bringing more attention onto yourself. Now we gotta correct you on shit, you know? So just, yeah, if you are like that, like, first of all, if you have a group of people like that and y'all are here to work and make money, there is no reason why you got to overcrowd one room. Like, if anything, for the, I guess, the pimps out there that think that that's cool or they saving $1, like, what type of hoes do you have? Because if anything, if you got some decent hoes, they should be having clients in and out, like, constantly, which means they probably just need their own fucking room so that they can do their shit, or maybe one other person in the room. Because you never know, 2 girl specials, whatever. But to have, like, more than that in the room, to me, it's like you must be struggling, or you just really are not a wise pimp when it comes to probably sitting down your hoes. But anyways, and yeah, just making a lot of noise and unnecessary attention. Like, one thing for me, like, I'm not really a loud, obnoxious person. If anything, I've always been, like, really low key, very discreet. That's my style. But Sometimes during sex, things get loud with me, okay? I got a fat ass. That motherfucker be clapping. Boss be slapping on the back of this fat pussy. So, it do be some noises going on. But I do try to make sure I keep those noises at a minimal, especially like if the walls are thin or just like whatever, like I do try to maybe turn the music up just a little bit to where it's not too noisy, but to where it's like kind of masking the sounds of the claps. But that's something I really can't help. But no one's ever came at me like, hey, your ass is clapping too hard, ma'am. Like, keep it down. So I don't even know how that would work. But like, I don't even think that people could really like address you for having sex. Maybe I'll have to try it one day. Get a little too loud to see how that works. But yeah, moving on. And this one's major, you guys. Like this rule right here is like the biggest rule of all. It's like, stop smoking weed in the fucking hotel room, you guys. Like, stop doing that shit. And y'all think going to the bathroom and fogging that shit up is really gonna make the smell go away? It's not. It don't completely. It might help a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you, but that shit does not completely get rid of the smell of marijuana at all. And not only that, like, to me, it's ineffective. For two, it's uncomfortable as fuck. Don't get me wrong. There were days, long time ago, where I did shit like that. But come on, like, I'm too grown for that. I work too hard. I'm not about to sit in nobody's bathroom. It's hot and humid just to get high, like blunt getting wet. Like, that is not an enjoyable smoking experience. Like, if you're willing to do all of that just to get high and smoke in a hotel room, like, you might as well just step outside the door or some shit. You feel me? Like, for real. Like, I promise you, it'll be a way more enjoyable high than going up in there. Okay. And yeah, the smoking fees be like $250, and they be serious about that shit. They do be charging niggas. So I don't know why people still don't care about that, but like, they be so serious. Like, so in fact, I had an incident. I was even smoking weed, y'all. And y'all know I smoke. Y'all smoke a little something all the time. But like, I was at the Holiday Inn, one of my favorite hotels. This Holiday Inn let me down though. But yeah, like, they falsely accused me of smoking weed, and they charged my card. So any lawyers out there, attorneys that might be watching, like, I still feel like I could have got over on them with a lawsuit. But see, I don't know how to sue people like that. So yeah, that's something I gotta learn. But oh God, like, I thought that was weird that they really charged my card like that. But yeah, stop smoking weed in the people's rooms though. Like, that is so not cool. Like, for real. Like, Jesus. And then another thing, this is not really like under hotel etiquette. Well, maybe it is a little bit, but this is more so for just like etiquette of the sex worker and the client themselves. And this is about the towels. Now, as y'all know, every hotel, motel across the globe offers complimentary towels for you to use, right? And you can pretty much use just about as many of them as you want, as long as you turn them back in, right? And you're not stealing them. Yeah, hotel etiquette. That reminds me, that is etiquette. Stop stealing these people's towels and shit when y'all go to these fucking rooms. Like, okay, like, it's not that serious. To me, it's not. I've been there before, but maybe because mind you guys, I go to hotel rooms like all the time. So like, I ain't thinking about stealing nobody's hotel towels no more. Like, and I don't think y'all should either. Like, this is 2024. Like, there's Temu and Shein and all that. Like, you could buy towels from there for like $1. And it'll probably be better than what the fuck the hotel towels be. But first of all, for the client, don't be coming in our fucking in call at our hotel touching our motherfucking towels, okay? As sex workers, we don't like that shit. Like, we really don't. And I can't even explain why or what's the pet peeve behind all of that. But I just know, like, that irks me. And especially like when I used to be super busy, like before the recession days, I would go through towels a lot. But like, I would want those towels to be for the clients that kind of deserve to use a towel, I guess. Like the clients that's really coming to spend money and spend an hour with me, and they know they're paying for the hour, being they know that I'm paying for the hour. Like there's some clients that literally come, they pay for the hour, and they know they have a whole hour, and out that hour they take their shower and all that shit, right? They might take 2 showers. That is perfectly fine. But like the clients that would come for the fucking quick visit and shit like that, like like those fucking clients using all the fucking towels, like no, that's so fucking irritating. It's so inconsiderate. And then also too, it's like, so I'm discreet, right? What makes me stand out more than a hoe to the front desk staff than me asking for towels all the damn time, and it's just me in the fucking room, and I already got like 3 sets. Like I'm not trying to, so. And I used to go as far as to even hide the towels. Like I used to hide all the towels and put them up because I didn't want people going in there using them. Like I have baby wipes and other things that are disposable that you could use, and I used to like really savor my towels. So for the clients, I will say that it might be best to just ask the sex worker, like, hey, like, is it cool if I use one of your towels? Be best to ask. It might be your best bet to not even use a fucking towel at all, honestly. Just to be on the safe side. And for the sex worker, now I know we be getting that money sometimes, so we get a lot of clients that come into our rooms and stuff like that, and they might, we might just have a day where we have clients that's just taking hella showers and shit. Cool. However, it is not cool for you to leave the piles of towels out in obvious places, like under the sink or just wherever on the floor where you can visibly see them, right? And I guess here's why. Because, like, I did that before. That was me, right? I had a busy fucking day. It seemed like every fucking client that see me was seeing me for at least an hour, and they all wanted showers, right? So I had the pile of towels, like a mountain of towels that's, like, piled up underneath the sink. It was neatly arranged, but, you could tell that there was at least several people that had showers in there. And one of my clients, he was really cool with me. So, I wasn't offended or anything. He was like, yeah, like this might not be a good look. Like, men might think dirty, and this might like fuck a whole man's mind up. So, I was like, oh shit. Like, I never thought about it like that. And, cause I'm always thinking about, how I could like appear as clean as possible to the client. Cause even though I'm clean, there's those little things that will make you look dirty. And then, yeah, with just like the towels, like, I try my best to just kind of like not, even though I'm a clean person, like I try my best to not show any signs of anything that will fuck a guy's mind up and make him think that I'm dirtier than what I am, So like another thing, which is another thing with the etiquette, is condom disposal. So with condom disposal, you guys, do not leave a trash can full of semen-filled condoms just sitting out there like all over the place, just like a mess like that. Like for one, like that's nasty for the maid, so it's inconsiderate for her. They gotta clean that shit up. Like who wants to touch all that nasty shit? For two, the client will see that like and trip on shit like that. That makes you look dirty. Like, and I'm telling you, men are just like that. Like they know they're in some dirty shit, and like they're excited and they're thrilled by it, but like they don't remind them so much of how dirty this shit could really be. Because if you give them a strong reminder like that, they might not even want to fuck with you no more. Hell, they might not even want to do this, like hook up with a sex worker anymore. So let's not traumatize these men, okay? So yes, first of all, okay, so when I dispose of condoms, I'm gonna be honest, this is probably not proper hotel etiquette, but I actually have the client just flush the condom, just because to me that's the cleanest way to just get rid of it and whatnot. But let's say when I used to do in-calls like in my apartment or something, and I didn't want to like fuck up my own personal plumbing, well then yeah, I would have the client, wrap it up really good to where you literally can't even see there's a condom in there. And even with the little wrappers, like men are so crazy and psyched out, like they can see your little Trojan wrappers and shit like that, and they'll start thinking all type of shit. So I even wrap those up in toilet paper too. So if you look at my trash can, you ain't seeing no signs of sexual nothing. You might be seeing some toilet tissue balls, but that's about all you're gonna see. And at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Like there ain't no telling what's in them tissue balls. Some of them I might have just blew my nose, while others I might have wrapped a condom in it. But whatever, it's a mystery and no one knows, and it's best to keep it that way and to not disgust your client or the maid. It just, yeah, it makes you look better as a sex worker, and it does. It makes you look a lot cleaner. That might be like a pro tip. Like, that's a pro tip right there. Because that shit that not everyone thinks of. It's not even shit that I've always thought of. Like, it's just maybe one day, like, maybe someone said it to me or something. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do better at this. And yeah. Trust me, clients appreciate that shit. So before you even have your client come to your end call, right, it is absolutely important to screen your client, right? And with screening your client, like, that's basically making sure you do a little extra research on your client just to make sure your client says who the fuck they are, and just, you know, basically more than likely not on some weird shit, right? So that's why you go through the extra screening process. Some girls go as far as even asking for references, where, you know, the client may hit the girl up and the girl's like, well, who have you seen before? And then, like, that client has to give her the number to that provider. And then the girl texts that provider to be like, oh, is this guy safe to see or whatever? And yeah, whoop-de-whoop. That's like, I don't personally do that process. I don't know. Girls be so fucking weird. When I tell you, this is why I don't do references. I ask my clients, you do not do that shit. First of all, to me, it's dumb. There's so many other ways to look you up. I'm not going to put the details, but literally there's a long list of other things and other ways that you could look up your legitimacy. And like, I don't want, like, first, and I don't know what these other bitches be on. Other hoes be out here on some weird ass shit, like, for real, like, and trying to, like, knock another bitch and bring her on the team. Like, it's not a friendly world with hoes, and I wish it was, and I wish it was something different. Like, if there's any hoes out there that's just independent and just looking for some little hoe friends that are cool and just not gonna be weird, then, like, come holler at your girl. You feel me? Because, like, I've been dying for, like, decent hoe friends. It's very hard to find that these days. Like, or most hoes got, like, a pimp or a boyfriend pimp or Romeo pimp or some type of nigga, and, like, just not on my bossed up shit. You know, like, I want a boss hoe. I want a hoe that's like, man, fuck a nigga. Like, we out here getting money. We out here opening up businesses. We out here, you know, really, like, standing on shit. Like, them type of hoe friends is the one I want. But yeah, so back to just screening your clients in that whole process. Yeah, making sure you're screening them so that when they come to your hotel, like, they're probably not going to be, like, problematic and causing a lot of commotion and fucking being loud and crazy. Because, like, even though most clients that come to see you ought to be quite a fucking gentleman, there are some fucking weirdos, and I am blessed. I don't really deal with those type of things, but I do have friends that deal with that type of shit all the fucking time. Then had clients and came up to their hotel rooms, broke the fucking window in the hotel, slashed tires. Like, when I tell you, like, I've had my friends, like, really just go through shit with their fucking clients, and I don't know, and they don't probably screen. I be trying to tell my friends, like, screen your clients better, but whatever. You can't tell her shit. She knows what she doing. So whatever. But yeah, that's why, yeah, screen your clients so you make sure you're not bringing over, inviting a fucking crazy ass tweaker or something like that that's going to come to bring problems to the place where you're working at, okay? And so then, yeah, so sometimes, like, days are, like, super busy and traffic is booming, right? And, you know, you might have a lot of clients sitting in the parking lot. And honestly, like, I try not to have this happen, but sometimes it's really just out of my control. Like, not everybody pulls up when they say they're gonna pull up, and then, like, everyone wants to just come at one time sometimes, and it's like that a lot. Like, and the last thing I be really trying to do is have 3-4 clients just sitting in the parking lot just waiting and shit. Because why? That stands out to not only the hotel staff, but to the police. Like, I done seen so many police go through parking lots, flashing their bright ass flashlights and shit, all up in cars, ready to arrest too. I'm talking about on all bullshit. What? Flashing them lights? Get the fuck out the car. Like, you know, so I try to have it very systematically. So if my client has to wait for me, I do try to, like, talk to my client, explain to my client that it is going to be a little bit of a wait, and to have them wait at somewhere else so that they're not attracting more attention to themselves. So yeah, like, these are, like, little things that you probably don't think about or might not even think that people are noticing, but trust me, like, hotel staffs are noticing that shit, and they're fucking watching that shit, and they will, like, have to put, and if the police is rolling through and you sit in the car waiting on some coochie, oh, them flashlights gonna be shined on you, bro. they gonna get shy and they gonna run you the fuck up out of there, or they gonna definitely question you about some shit, and they already gonna know what you there for because you look like a fucking junk. You're just sitting there on your fucking phone waiting for the fucking girl to text you back. So yeah, don't go out like that, man. So yeah, I'll be really having my clients back out here, and just my back too as well, like all of our backs, so that the process could just be so discreet. And this is why, like, I am very, very discreet. And like, this is what discreet provider means. Like, by following all these rules and having the proper etiquette, like, this all goes into being discreet. Like, there's so much more to being discreet than what baby bitches say is discreet. You done ran it the fuck up. Hopefully, right? Like, if you're a decent hoe and you had a decent night, like, more than likely you ran it up pretty good, right? And it's time for you to check out. Checkout time is typically 11 a.m. for most hotels, sometimes 12 p.m. I don't give a fuck how much your client is lagging. Do not stay in the people hotels longer than checkout time. If you must have to, try to arrange it with the front desk. And if they're just being like, no, and most of the time that's normal. A lot of times they're not going to let you stay longer than 12. Like, that's most hotels. Like, they gonna be like, nah, like, you gotta get the fuck out. Like, because I mean, it's only common sense. They gotta get the room clean. They gotta get the room running out for the next party that's coming in a couple hours. Yeah, but it's just like, I've seen this happen so many times where there's been sex workers that would just stay in the room for like till 1, 2 o'clock. Like, I don't know, like, why, or like, if your life is that desperate in this line of work, and I don't mean to offend nobody, I'm just saying honestly, like, if you have those type of moments, like, we all had them hard days, you feel me? And sometimes it is that one client that could just get us out the mud. But like, if you're constantly doing your life like this, like, you might need to look into something else, or something's just not going right with you, for real. But, you know, I have a lot of friends who I've seen throughout the years, or just a lot of little hoe friends I've seen and known just passing through that has this issue, and they will literally stay in the fucking room until it's way past checkout time, waiting on a fucking client, praying that this client is for real and is going to actually come see them. And it just turns into a fucking chaotic mess. Like, my friends arguing them down. You got the hotel staff and the maids banging on the door constantly, not even even if the client was to come, it ain't gonna be enjoyable, because now you got everybody knocking on the door, pressing you to get the fuck out now. And now, like, they'll call the police. Like, if you're not trying to leave, like, they'll call the police on your asses. And I know, especially here in California. So it's like, why go through all that? Like, it's not that serious. And honestly, if a client can't hurry up for you, like, that might not be the best client for you. Or most clients, if you are really a good provider, trust me, if they can't catch you on that time, I promise you they'll catch you on the next one. You feel me? Like, but don't be doing all that extra shit, because like, that just is such a bad look on yourself. The hotel staff is going to just find you problematic and irritating, and they're probably not going to really look forward to really giving you more rooms, or they're going to just give you a hard time. And yeah, you know, out of all the hotels I've ever worked, you guys, I've only been banned for one hotel, Mikado Hotel in North Hollywood. They banned me like some years ago, like several years ago type shit. And like, I don't know, I was running it up, but I was like really being discreet. Honestly, I just feel that it was the front desk lady that was really just did not like me, like, very much. Like, you know, she always had something funny to say, like, oh, you want a room in the back, huh? Like, you know, she was always just saying shit like that. And then one day I was like, hey girl, she was like, yeah, you can't stay here no more. I was like, well, whatever, fine. So I was already over that hotel anyway. Like, anyone that knows of that hotel, like, it's definitely a jug. But like, you could definitely run it up in that bitch and make a bag there. But you know, it's kind of like dirty. They need to remodel it. So, you know, like, I was already kind of getting up in my money anyway, and kind of was like ready to move forward from the Mikado. And so when they did that, I was like, all right, I was thinking about getting the fuck up out of here anyway. Bye. To me though, just me having that one issue at that hotel, and I've been doing this for a long time, like, that's not bad. Like, I do well. However, I have a fucking friend, right? And this bitch gets into a problem with the hotel like at least once a week. It's something with one of the hotels she's at. Oh, and I'm like, well, no shit. First of all, she comes to the hotel with her ass cheeks hanging out, booty shorts on, and a crop top. That's how my friend be dressing, like, when she check in. And I be telling her this, like, why don't you put on some clothes? Like, maybe they'll treat you better. So a lot of times, like, she got problems as soon as she walk in a hotel from that front desk. It's always an issue. Boom. So of course my friend's the type to want to argue and be combative. Then my friend be the type, she ain't got the deposit either. So then she gets mad about that. So then if she do get into the room, now guess what? She's smoking not only weed, but cigarettes in the rooms as well. So now they're complaining about that. Then she's staying way beyond her checkout time. So now they calling the police and they're like, she's so problematic, you guys. And it's like, that is crazy. But yeah, and I'm talking about her because I don't really talk about my friends like that, but she is like a friend of mine, but like I'm just mad at her right now. But I just feel like her situation is good to just compare and contrast, because this is real life shit. Like, this is me who never has an issue, where I have a whole friend that has problems every time she goes to hotels, and I honestly see why she has them. Like, she literally disobeys all the rules. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, when staying in hotel rooms for lucrative purposes, it is essential that you have good hotel etiquette. Remember that your behavior in hotel rooms not only falls on yourself, but your clients as well. Make sure that you are being discreet by following all the rules and procedures. And if you must work in the hotel rooms, stop looking like a hoe and dressing like a hoe and acting like a hoe. Stop bringing extra guests and shit all in the fucking rooms so that you could cause more attention on yourself. Stop having your clients tailgating all in the damn hotel parking lot waiting for you to get done and all that. Okay? So if you come in to work out of these people hotel rooms, leave that ghetto shit at home. All right? Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this realness. I'll catch y'all on the next parlay.
Alright, so I have my lashes from Lash, like a hottie. I love the packaging, the pink box. Super cute. Obviously, I love the lashes. They're so bomb. Open this. Oh my god, these are so cute. Look at how she put like little Barbies. The lips, oh my god, the little jewels just sets it all off for me. So fucking adorable. Let's try them on. How fun. I went from basic to like, come play with me. I love these. I feel like a Barbie girl and shit. Oh my god, okay, let me put the other one on. Oh my god, you guys. I love them. They look so cute. Ooh, yes. So make sure you shop Lash Like a Hottie and use discount code PINKPARLEY for savings. Mwah.